So right now just getting the characters and the names set up. Should be getting this matchup underway any moment now.
Just setting it to tourney mode, make sure they're all set for the best of 5. Just as a reminder to those tuning in with us now, everything from here on, you're in the best of 5 territory.
Absolutely, and there is going to be a little bit of room for error, but not the kind of error you want to be giving up.
Yeah, these players are here for a good time and a long time, so they got to make sure to stay on their A game no matter what.
There they are. Time to save the eyes, put these bad boys on. Honestly, side note, different from the tourney, I would definitely recommend people who do a lot of gaming, especially in the dark, get a pair of game glasses that filter out blue light. They help out so much.
Definitely good for any like hobbyist or occupation that involves you staring at screens for a while.
Yep.
And you know what? While we're on the self-care vibes right now, go get some water.
Yeah.
Make sure to take care of yourselves while you're joining us.
Always important to keep that hydration up. 8 cups a day, if you can. But there's going to be no water on this stage unless we go to Merch Report.
I'd be very surprised if we see it.
Yeah.
Yep, they're not going to give it to you. It would have been a perfect segue, but not going to take it. No, this set is once again going to be starting things off on Julesvale.
Yeah, and right now there's going to be plenty of room for both these characters to work with, but the challenge is going to be getting those solid punishes.
Yeah, these are both very mobile and very aggressive characters once again, although it's that airspace that's going to be so important for trying to stifle out.
Yeah, I mean, both these characters very floaty, a lot of options to keep themselves up in the air. It's definitely going to be important to play air traffic control and just keep control of space. And Kobra going deep, trying to get that early kill with that down air, but unfortunately not going to be able to follow up off it.
Like, doing what they can to stay ever present, regardless if it's on stage or not, is going to be a pretty tall order, especially against the likes of Penguin. An excellent reversal for the first stop.
Yeah, Penguin is one of those players that just has that punish game down to a science with Absa.
And, like, you really need to when you're trying to play Absa at a competitive level, especially this deep into a bracket. Like, you really can't afford to misposition yourself.
Because that's what happens right there.
Yeah, Kobra caught slipping with the movement, and Penguin eats it up.
Yeah, and again, just forcing Kobra to the edges of the stage, it's a great way to be able to burn off those jumps that Wrastor has.
Like, you can be confident in your Wrastor movement, but at the same time, you've got so much that's in your way, you need to be damn sure that if you're going to be pressing that button to jump, you know what's happening next.
Absolutely. Unfortunately, that F-strong aerial going to be what was happening next, but answered back by up air. Very good round from Penguin here.
In spite of Kobra being an excellent player, I would not be surprised to have this be a very quick set, just because of how aggressive and how dominating the control of just all of the space, not just platforms, not just the ground.
Yep, and on top of that, just the weight of Wrastor as well, because he is the lightest character in this game, so you screw up, you're probably going to die.
Like, it doesn't help that a character like him is built to be combo food for someone like Absa, so, like, it's just one touch, you die. It's the kind of game that you got to play, and Penguin is doing a very rude way about reminding Kobra that, because that's already another stock on.
And only 33% on Penguin right now against a character that is known for being able to just combo you in the air relentlessly. There we go, carrying him up. Not going to be able to get the follow-up off of that slipstream, though.
Penguin almost managing to turn out a stock right then and there up in the top.
Yep. I mean, that's a scary thing, just that quick turnaround. If you're up that high and you screw up against Absa, that's an up air waiting for you. Nice tech from Penguin, gonna keep him alive. Trying to find a way back onto the stage safely though, and finds it with the up B off and on the stage.
I feel like one thing we're seeing that's pretty interesting from Kobra is how evasive Kobra is trying to be, where they'll get in a bunch of damage and then they'll dip really far. Now, it's one thing to prevent yourself from overextending. That's just the mark of a good player. But it's a whole other thing to completely alleviate your opponent of the pressure you lay down. Otherwise, you're just not going to be able to maintain any of that solid momentum you built.
Yeah, I mean, especially against a character like Absa, because they do have a lot of good options for that long-range pressure, and you do not want to give them a chance to set that up. Oh, speaking of setting up, trying to set up for that really high up air. Ooh, questionable DI there. Gonna die to that down air at the edge of the stage, so Kobra is still trying to keep himself in the game, but Penguin doing everything they can to make sure that doesn't happen.
You know, almost getting it done in that edge guard situation, but just not able to stay as present.
Yep. I mean, nice use of the up B there, trying to put themselves into a good, fair position, but not gonna find it. And Kobra trying to keep the pressure up, but gonna find another opening at the very least.
Yeah, Kobra doing very good to stay just within that space where Absa isn't able to immediately burst on you, but not so far outside that you have to worry about getting through the clouds pressure.
Yeah, I mean, that's really where this slipstream has been coming in handy. And Kobra's been starting to use it more just to set up for that speed rather than set up for the combo, because if you have that speed, you can try and avoid situations like that, but off stage against Absa, never fun. Never fun.
Yeah, no, it's a tall order, especially when that battle's naturally finding itself to the ledge.
Yep.
Like, you just have less options. Doesn't matter how many jumps you've got or if that slipstream is set up.
Absolutely, and I mean, this has definitely looked like Penguin's set to lose here because they've just been in control of the ground and in control of the air.
Bit of a tough call on stages here.
Yeah, I mean, it's like a lot of the stages that Wrastor likes, it feels like Absa likes them for the same reason. So it's like you're not going to get too much favoritism off of a counter pick aside from just what you're comfortable with.
Yeah, so the return of Julesville is what we're seeing because of that, and I think it's a good enough call, especially if Kobra stays consistent with slipstream placement. But at the same time, it's like you brought up a really good point. Like Absa and us are just cut from the same cloth.
Yep.
But Penguin look at a higher grade.
Jeez, no kidding. I mean, just going up to that higher height as well to get that up air and trying to keep up that aggression off stage. I mean, that's just been the name of the game here. Once Penguin puts you in disadvantage, they want to keep you there.
Absolutely.
Woo, there we go.
Kobra putting one on the board pretty quickly in this set. So certainly not out of it just yet.
Yep, able to finally answer back here. Only 41%, not too bad, but just needs to find a good combo and to even things up fully. And there we go, nice dash dancing. Gonna bait out Penguin's movement and find that opening to even it up.
I think one adaptation that's absolutely key to Kobra staying alive in this set is the fact that Kobra figured out where to move on stage against Penguin. What Kobra needs to figure out is how to move around off stage, because that's where it's curtains, stock after stock.
I mean, just the consistency coming out of Penguin on these punishes is just phenomenal. Ooh, there we go, scooping up with down air, forcing him to the edge here. Oh, force really low here. Not going to be able to get the punish. You got to be ready for that second part of the up B if they're that low. Oh, like gonna live.
You need to finish your food when it comes to an edge guard like this. You cannot afford to pull on the brakes.
Yeah, I mean, we're seeing exactly what happens when you don't finish your food, and it is you landing in the blast zone. Penguin winning at 3-0. Man.